Connecting yourself to everyone lowers your value. It lowers your influence. Honestly, this is something that I talk to people about as often as possible. I always try to get people to understand that it's not that other people don't see your value, you don't see your value. Because if you truly saw your value, then the people who don't see your value wouldn't even be in your life. Smart people practice exclusivity. Exclusivity is a practice. You're not born exclusive. You're not born, with the comprehension of vetting and qualifying and gatekeeping and being careful with who you allow in your life. We're not innately born with that ability. It's something that is learned. And when I looked at all the past friendships in my life that didn't work, the business partnerships that didn't work, the associations that didn't work, I came to a realization. I realized that a lot of the reasons why things didn't work out for me is because I was freely connecting myself to people without qualifying them first. I wasn't exclusive. I was open. And the problem is because I come from a Christian household. The problem with that, when you come from a Christian household, is we're taught, be the light of the world, be the salt of the world. And while that's all great, and I completely understand, what's meant from those things, but we weren't taught boundaries. We weren't taught that she can't be your friend, he can't be your friend. Like this person, the one thing I've learned about people, which is why I started practicing exclusivity, is anytime someone is below you in any way, their main agenda will be to break you down. Anytime I'm in an environment where someone's breaking me down, I know I'm around people who are lower than me. Because the right people, I've noticed that the right people who are either on my level or above in whatever category that may be in, they're always uplifting me. They're never tearing me down. They're never bullying. They're never publicly humiliating. Anytime I'm in an environment where someone makes a decision to make me a target to tear down, I'm around people who are lower than me. That's why I had to stop dealing with my family. When you're around people who are not at your level, whether it's your mentality, your views, your spirituality, your goals for life, they will stop at nothing to bring you down. People who are where you are not going to go out of their way to bring you down. If you're dating a guy who's bringing you down, he's lower than you in some way. If you're dating a woman who's bringing you down, she is lower than you in some way. If you're in a religious organization, a church group, they're bringing you down, they're bullying you, they're singling you out, those people are lower than you. Because if they weren't, they would see your value and they would affirm your value and they would push you so that you can get even further in who you are as an individual. They would affirm you. You got to be very cautious when you are connecting yourself and dealing with people who are not where you are and you're not practicing the art of exclusivity. Exclusivity comes with so many benefits, and I'm going to go over those benefits right now. Connecting yourself to everyone lowers your value. And we can see this concept in regards to luxury cars and luxury brands. Chanel, Louis Vuitton, YSL, Gucci, Maserati, Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce. Those are not cars that are easily attainable by the general public. And those are not luxury pieces that are attainable by the general public, because when you are affiliated with so many people at such high volume, your value's low. Your influence is low. But when you are exclusive, expensive, you're not everywhere with everyone, you're very selective, that helps keep your value high, your exclusivity high, and also the nonsense that happens in life will rarely make it to your doorstep, because you've put yourself in a way, you've set yourself in a way, you're living your life in a way where that kind of stuff can't really get to you because of the way that you carry yourself and your expectations and the way that you're exclusive. Those things don't make it far enough to touch you. Life is easier when accessing you is difficult. You skip a lot of nonsense. A lot of the nonsense I dealt with in the past was because I gave people the opportunity to just freely access me. When I think back to like the friendships that were full of like envy and jealousy and rudeness and nastiness, when I think back to the family members who were toxic and abusive and jealous, bullying, when I think back, I'm like, it's because these people had access to me. That's the problem. They were able to access my life. That's the problem. But once my access was removed, I don't really deal with those like low quality experiences. I don't really deal with bullying. I don't really deal with toxic family or jealous friends. I don't even remember the last time I've dealt with a friend where it turned to a jealousy situation. Maybe in 2020, a year before my rebirth. I don't really have those type of experiences, which is why when I hear people talk to me about those kind of things, I'm like, it's kind of hard for me to relate because I practice exclusivity. It's a practice. I practice exclusivity, so I don't give my time or attention or conversation or relationship to those who don't value me. I don't connect myself with people who are not similar to me in mindsets. So I don't remember the last time I've had a situation with a friend that was wild. I don't even remember because it never develops into that because I vet people and I carry myself in an exclusive way. You skip nonsense when you're exclusive. You skip nonsense when you don't connect yourself with everyone. And a lot of people say, oh, well, I attract bad people. I attract narcissists. Oh, because I'm an empath, I attract narcissists. Not necessarily. You just don't value yourself. And because you don't value yourself, you have to tolerate bad treatment. If you valued yourself, those people wouldn't be able to treat you like that because they wouldn't be in your life. You don't see yourself as valuable. You don't see yourself as a prize. If someone wants, like if I want to really realize if someone values themselves or sees themselves as a prize, let me just pay attention to your relationships. That will tell me if you value yourself, because if you keep people around you who don't like you, who don't treat you well, who don't give you the love and effort that you give, then I know you don't value yourself. And a big part of practicing exclusivity is also who you're connected to. Who are you connected to? You also have to pay attention to the person that you're connected to is connected to. I'll give you guys a story. When I was in high school, I graduated when I was 17 and I thought I was going to be a nurse practitioner. So I got this amazing internship for a dermatology office because I wanted to do nursing, but in dermatology. So I got this internship and I was so excited about it. And my friend, or so I thought, she was my friend. She wasn't my friend. She was just another low-life gutter rat. Not a friend. Just another gutter rat. How many of us have had people in our lives that we thought they were our friends, but they proved that they were rodents? So I thought that this person was my friend, and I told her about my internship. Like the day before the internship, we were on the phone that night. I'm like, oh my God, I have my internship tomorrow. I'm so excited. And she was complaining to me about her friends that were like not inviting her to things. And I told her, you know what? I wouldn't let it bother you. You're going to college, you're going to be happy, you're going to meet new people. Like if I were you, I would genuinely not even let it bother me. The next day I go to my internship, and one of the girls there, I guess we had mutual friends from high school, she pulled me to the side and she said, "Hey, can I show you something?" I said, "Yeah, of course." She showed me a picture of me that she saw on Snapchat, that one of my friends, her other friends, posted that photo of me, and they put a very big red X on my face on Snapchat. And on the commentary, they said, "Watch your back, we're gonna find you." I've been through so much in my life in regards to jealous women. The damage that they did to me in my past that's the reason why I'm so strict. That's the reason why I'm so strict, because I realize that jealousy is real. Envy is real. Hate is real. A lot of people who are jealous of you, they're very violent. Their whole goal is to ruin you and make you cry. I've realized in life that people really want to see you cry. People who are jealous of you, they want to see you cry. They want to see you down. It makes them so happy. They get a satisfaction out of it. So, and I love when I share little snippets of these stories, because at least this will help you guys understand why I'm the way I am and why I'm so picky and strict, especially when it comes to women, because I know the type of things that they will do. So she shows me the photo. I'm like, okay, thanks for telling me. I go in the bathroom, I shut the door, and I start throwing up. Because the two girls said that they were going to come to the office and wait for me after 5 in the parking lot. And I wasn't throwing up because I was scared. I was throwing up because, one, I had anxiety, because this is an internship that I worked really hard to get. And I have to have that put on the line for these trash hood rats. Okay. And I'm not talking negatively about the hood as a place. I have a lot of family members who came from the hood. I mean, I was raised, in the suburbs, which is why I sound the way I sound. But my whole family comes from different demographics. I'm not bringing down that demographical area. I'm just saying, what woman would try to show up to someone's job and try to cause chaos at a public place of work? It's crazy. So I called my mom and my dad, and I told them about the situation. And my parents told me, call your friend, let them know that if they come to that office, it's going to be us and 15 other people waiting for them in the parking lot, because the whole family's coming. If anybody thinks they're going to lay a finger on you, they are strictly mistaken. And my parents were very clear that I was not going to get touched, because they would have to fight off 20 people in order for that to happen. Everyone's coming. We're going to rent a van. Everybody's coming, because we're not going to let that fly. And I come from the type of environment where I was raised in the suburbs. I was raised middle class, but at the same time, my family doesn't play that nonsense when it comes to people and their threats and their craziness. We don't let that fly. So I told them that, and they ended up not coming. And it was such a problematic situation. And when I spoke to my grandmother, I talk about her a lot on here. I always tell you guys how much she's helped me in life. My grandmother, she told me, she said, this is the problem. Now you're going to learn in life why you have to be picky with people. She said, this is your lesson to stop letting everyone in. You cannot be everyone's friend. And she told me, she said, Mel, you're smart. You're determined. You're beautiful. You're motivated. you won't be able to really have much friends in your life. I want you to make peace with that now. And it's not until now that I'm older I understand what my grandmother was trying to, I get it now. Now I get it. There are certain qualities that you have as a woman where women automatically feel insecure around you. So now that I'm older, it's like a lot of people tell me, well, how do I make friends? I'm the worst person to ask how to make friends because I don't try to make friends. I let connections form naturally. I don't go looking for them. And I'm also very picky with people because I practice exclusivity anyway. So I know that I'm not going to be friends with everyone. So they didn't come. My grandmother told me that the girl wasn't my friend because I don't know what lies she told them to make them want to come against me. I don't know. So my grandma made sure that I cut her off too. You know, when you're 17, you have naivete. I was so naive. I didn't know. But now that I'm older, I'm like, yeah. When you're exclusive, you're not going to be in situations where people put you in the hot seat because you're not really connected to people. And the people that you are connected to are so high in value that there's no drama. I always tell people, anybody that I become new friends with, any man, romantic partner, if you bring me drama, that is the dissolving of our relationship. Don't bring me drama. Family, friend, lover, the minute you're bringing me drama, side chicks are DMing me, the minute it starts to turn into a circus, I'm out the door because I don't want to deal with that in my life. I'm so picky and particular with people because I want peace in my life. I don't want no gutter rat nonsense going on in my life daily. So when you practice exclusivity, you skip that. It's the same thing with your dating. There are some men who will be talking to themselves in your DMs and they're going to go around telling people that you're crazy about them. And you have the DMs of them talking to themselves. But they're going to tell the world that, oh, yeah, she wants me. When you practice the art of exclusivity, you don't respond to men's advances on DMs. You open it. You either read it or you don't open it at all. Because why do I have to connect to your advances? Why do I have to connect to you? Why do I have to respond to you? Being exclusive is also understanding that you don't have to respond to people. You can just read their message or not read it and move on. Sometimes I get emails from subscribers. Crazy emails that say the most wildest unhinged things. And sometimes I'll think about responding and I start typing and I backspace it and I'm like, I'm exclusive. Why do I even have to give you a response back? I don't even have to do that. Moving on. So when you start practicing, and remember, like I said, exclusivity is a practice. When you start practicing exclusivity, you guys are going to stop texting people back. You're going to stop responding when people say something negative. You're going to stop reacting when someone's being hateful. You're just going to completely move on. And the peace that exclusivity comes with, and this is part 1. I'm going to do a part 2 on the steps to actually practice it. Okay? New things that you have to do with your personality and characteristics to start this practice. Exclusivity is a practice, meaning you have to do it every single day in order for it to work for you and provide you with the life that you desire. And all smart people practice exclusivity because it makes your life better when you're not connected to any old body.